Hey, Turnbuckle King here. Got another edition of Locker Room of Wrestling News. This is the edition for November 14th. We'll go to the lockers here and we'll discuss more. Stay tuned. All right. So, we're going to discuss a few things here on Locker Room News. Some things I'm going to bring to the forefront. There's a list of updated injury list of all promotions, not just WWE, AEW, and many others, that are on the shelf and the other news there. And I will pull that up shortly and we'll get that going. Let's go to the lockers. Let's see what's going on. So, what's going on? Let's see. This is Monday Night Raw. This is the injury list. First up, Braun Strowman. Braun confirmed on June 2nd, 2023, Instagram post. Had neck fusion surgery on the C4, C5 vertebrae. Last wrestled on May 1st, 2023. Next up, Dexter Lumis. Been inactive since May 29th, 2023. Eric of the Viking Raiders. In the Instagram post on November 1st. Eric announced he had a C6, C7 neck fusion surgery. He will be out for the foreseeable future, and that explains why Ivar's began a lot of TV time as a singles competitor. Next up, Liv Morgan. Fightful Select reported that Liv worked the 7/24/23 Raw with the injured shoulder. She confirmed the injury in an interview with Muscle and Health. Then we have Sonya Deville, torn ACL on July 28, 2023. Then we have on the SmackDown roster, Dakota Kai. Dakota had a knee injury on the May 12th episode of SmackDown. She had surgery on May 23rd. She has stated that rehab process. She regularly appears on WWE programming with Damage Control in a non-wrestling role. Luke Gallows. Fightful Select reported that Gallows had his knee scoped and is expected to miss 6 weeks. Rey Mysterio. Rey posted on his Facebook account on 11/14/23 earlier today that he has successful surgery on his right knee. There's no known return date at this time. Then we have Sheamus, who's been out for a while. Sheamus is currently sidelined with a shoulder injury. Now that's for the Raw and SmackDown rosters. That's who's been currently out. Those are legit injuries, no storyline, real life. Now we have WWE unassigned. Alexa Bliss announced her pregnancy on May 30th, 2023, maternity leave. Big E, broken neck since March 11th, 2022. He says he feels 100%, though he has no estimated return date. My opinion with Big E, I don't think he ever will compete again. They said that not too long ago. I know fans of Big E don't like to hearing this, and I like Big E myself, but I believe Big E is going to have to retire at some given point if he does not get any type of okay to return to the ring by any of the WWE medical staff, which I don't see happening, unfortunately. Then we have Carmella, who just had her baby. Carmella's out for the remainder of 2023 and at least a part of 2024. Her and her husband, Corey Graves, had the birth of their son. R-Truth, torn quad on November 1st, 2022. That was over a year ago. I heard R-Truth was supposed to come back. I heard he was at the PC, if I'm not mistaken, training. I don't know if they don't have no storyline for him because he was last on Raw. I think he got hurt on NXT. I remember when he got hurt. We all know that our troops up in age too. He's 51, I believe now. But I don't know if he's ever going to return, or they just don't have nothing for him storyline wise, or he may be, or they're being cautious of when he should return. But that's what I believe. And of course, Randy Orton, who everybody is expected to return at WWE Survivor Series for this November 25th. Sideline since May 2022. Back fusion. Pfeiffer reported in August 2023 that he was not cleared. He has been spotted at the WWE Performance Center. Like I stated, he's have a highly anticipated return at Survivor Series, and a lot of fans, including myself, really hope he returns at that event. That would be amazing. So hopefully we get Randy Orton soon. Robert Roode. Robert has not wrestled on TV since June 2022 due to a neck injury. Robert underwent fusion surgery in December and C4-C5 cervical fusion on May 11th, 2023. He has been working as producer. Now, there was an update at WWE SummerSlam. That's when he started his producer job. They said his career is pretty much over, and that's where I think Big E is headed towards. So Robert Roode's not going to get back in the ring no more. He's pretty much retired. It's just not been official yet by WWE or himself, but he's pretty much out. You see Jason Jordan, who also had a neck injury. He's been produced for how long now? He's never returned to the ring. That's the route Robert Roode is going. I believe Big E as well. Fortunately, that sucks because I like Robert Roode. Glorious, right? Great tag team with Dolph Ziggler, but he never took off because he had this bad injury. I wish he became WWE sooner. Could did more of his career. He's known for being a TNA with the, Beer Money tag team with James Storm and being a former TNA world champion. But at least Robert Roode's still standing. At least he's not in a wheelchair or nothing. Next up, Tamina, inactive since February 2023, has been backstage at multiple events. Well, let's be honest, no one cares about Tamina. She's I think in her mid-40s. I don't think any of the WWE fans, now I don't want nothing bad to happen to Tamina. I want her to be well, but as far as wrestling and style, no one cares for her wrestling. Come on, nothing's been done with Tamina. She's never done nothing with her career. She's been a tag team competitor at best. And I'm going to keep it at that. Next up, Titus O'Neil. Titus has not wrestled since November 2020, says he's not retired and healing from a knee injury. He has been backstage at several shows as of late. November 2020. It's November 2023, right? That's been 3 years. You haven't wrestled in 3 years? That's a long time. You say you're not retired? How long take man, you must have a real bad knee injury. At that point, you should retire Titus O'Neil. But he's another one. No one misses him either. I hope he gets well. But on the flip side, no one missed you, Titus O'Neil. I don't know any fans say I wish Titus O'Neil would return. Same with Tamina. Next up, we have Zion Quinn, inactive since May. Quinn last wrestled on May 15th. All right, let's move on to WWE NXT. Amari Miller, torn ACL in February 2023. So she's one of the newer talents. I remember when she got hurt, I followed NXT. Hopefully, I know ACL takes you out for a while. Road to recovery for her. Hope she returns soon. Jakara Jackson, who's part of that Metal Force stable with Noam Dar and Lash, the Lash girl. On 10/21, Jakara confirmed on Instagram she had a broken wrist. Miko Satomura, I don't know who this is, honestly. Maybe they're on NXT Level Up. I don't even remember this person. Inactive. That says it right there. Nakia Lyons, torn ACL meniscus in January 2023. Now, I like Nikita. She can go. Nikita stated on 9/24/23 in the Instagram post she will begin training for a return soon. So that's good. Nakia Lyons, she's good. I know she was in a tag team with Zoe Stark before Zoe turned on her, before Zoe went to the main roster. So road to recovery for her. Hope she gets well. Sol Ruka, torn ACL April 2023. For Soruka, who don't know her, she's that girl. She had just debuted on NXT. She's like a gymnastics. She does flipping a lot, similar to Tiffany Stratton. Hopefully she recovers soon. Wendy Chu, undisclosed injury, last wrestle on May 19th. Shawn Michaels said on NXT Great American Bash that Chu is rehabbing her injuries. The media call, he said. Hope she gets well too. Let's move on to AEW. Adam Cole. Man, this dude stay hurt, man. He just came back from injury, hurt again. Man, Adam Cole, I don't know, man. Hope you get well, though. Announced on the 9/27/23 AEW Dynamite that he broke his ankle in 3 places. Lord have mercy. And with knee surgery. I don't know what Adam gonna do. And I'm a fan of Adam Cole. I remember he did his thing Undisputed Era in NXT, but he been getting hurt left and right since he been going to AEW. I don't know what he gonna do. He keep getting hurt like this. He's gonna end up not able to come back at all. Be a retirement at this point. I hope it don't come down to that. But get well, Adam Cole. Bandito announced he has surgery for a broken wrist that he's suffering in the match against. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I say these names wrong, I am not Japanese. Kanu. I'll say it right here. Konosuke Takesha. I know who that is. That's the guy that's with. I believe that's the guy that's with Don Callis for the AEW Rampage taping on 6/14. Daniel Bryan said he's another one that stays hurt. Claudio Castagnoli said he broke his ortigo bone on the 10/25 AEW Dynamite. I remember that episode. He was set for the Continental Classic tournament, which he probably is not going to be in. It's like the second, third time he got hurt this year. He got hurt for Forbidden Door and at Revolution. Dan Hawson, torn right pectoral at AEW Revolution 2023. Vignette aired on the 10/7/23 episode of AEW Collision, announcing he would be returning soon. Kyle O'Reilly, neck fusion surgery in 2022. O'Reilly's not expected to be back in 2023. Mark Davis, on October 2nd, 2023, Davis tweeted he snapped his wrist and it's not been determined how long he'll be out due to injury. Mark Quinn hasn't wrestled since November 2023 due to injury. Pac, undisclosed injury, was injured at the 8/24/23 Rampage taping. Parker, undisclosed injury. Sammy Guevara, injured, announced in a tweet on October 17th that he is not clear for action. Get well soon, Sammy. He's another guy I like. Next up, we have Serena Deb, inactive, hasn't wrestled since October 22nd, 2022. Recently appeared backstage. Tay Mello, maternity leave. Thunder Rosa, back injury. She teased that she's ready to have a potential fight with Stephanie Vaquer. Impact Wrestling, Alex Shelley, that's the champion, if I'm not mistaken. He's currently dealing with a pulled calf muscle. The return date is unknown. Now he's the AEW World Champ, so you got to relinquish that belt. Joe Doring, inactive, announcing August of 2022 that he had brain cancer. Oh man, that's rough. Get well soon, Joe. Hopefully you beat that cancer. New Japan. And New Japan Destruction and Kobe 9/21/23. No timetable set for return. Leo Rush. I remember you. You used to be in WWE and AEW. Inactive. Leo stated in an Instagram post he'll be taking time off to heal up after being ill. Get well soon, Leo. Mercedes Moné, right leg injury at New Japan Pro Wrestling resurges at 5/21/23. Mercedes still has not been cleared. Man, she's been out for a while. MLW, Davey Boy Smith underwent emergency surgery. Smith had to have emergency surgery on his appendix and diverticulitis. Wow. Get well, Davey Boy Smith Jr. Get well. And these are wrestling injuries throughout the wrestling industry. These are no-name companies, no-name organizations. You may recognize some of these names. You may not recognize some of these names. Lady Frost, I know her. She was in Ring of Honor. Now that's all for the injury report. That's all about that one. Now another thing I want to cover too, which is crazy. Let's see if they have it. I talked about this before, and I'm going to touch on it again. He's I talked a little bit about this particular subject. And this is Eric Bischoff and the whole Billy Corgan talking about when they did the cocaine spot last week and potentially lost the CW deal because of that. Now he's saying more about Billy Corgan. He said Billy Corgan needs to get a group of investors and scale up NWA. And he says right here, I ain't gonna read the whole pull quote. This is Eric Bischoff on his 83 Weeks podcast. He's giving him advice saying that Billy Corgan has stated that the NWA signed 2 TV deals with a top 20 network. The details have not been revealed, still hasn't. It was reported they were with CW. The CW signed a deal with NXT. The reported deal NWA was reportedly harmed, like I said, after the cocaine spot at the NWA Samhain pay-per-view, whatever you call that pay-per-view. Now he's saying at 83 Weeks what he should do to get momentum. I'm not going to read this whole thing. This is too long, but I will bring up an important part. I'll say this here. He said the only thing that Billy Corgan could do is sit down with his financial team and determine how much money he personally has invested in NWA at this point. Maybe add to that a little bit, throw a couple million more in, have enough of your own skin in the game, then go out and raise a boatload of money, because until and unless he takes that show on the road and you create the live event, which is where the right fees are, there's no question about it. You know, he's mentioned WWE, what they're doing at AEW. He's saying Billy needs to do that. He said Billy can bring in all the talent in the world he wants to. It's not a talent issue. It's a scale issue. As long as NWA is producing these very little tiny venues with very tiny little audiences, you'll never be able to have an adult conversation with someone programming or some executive studio or network about making this a real thing. Eric Bischoff has a point there. If he wants to take NWA to the next level, especially being on network television with a major network, you're going to have to take NWA to bigger venues and get more money involved and basically promote it more. That's what other companies has done, such as WWE, of course, AEW, even TNA is on a bigger scale than NWA. He's also saying here, that's where the investment is. He said it's got a tournament and it's expensive. Then he mentioned with TNA, you know, where they messed up, where they what they could have done differently back then when they had the Spike TV deal, which is now Viacom. Now he says here, if I was 20 years younger and I was looking at the state of the industry the way it is right now and the opportunities that still exist as a result of it, I will find a way to raise $100 million or more, knowing that's going to take 5 to 7 years to get a return on that investment. But that return on that investment would be substantial, and I will go out there and become legit number 2 or 3, because Tony Khan's vulnerable, AEW content is vulnerable. Well, we got to see what Billy Corgan is going to do next, since he probably don't have, it's not a confirmed deal with CW following the cocaine spot. But I see where he's coming from, Eric Bischoff, of what he should do to get NWA off the ground some more. But at the same time, he don't want to try to compete with WWE because it's going to put you in the red. You want to try to get it out there, I believe, but don't do too much. Do just enough to get it out in the market, but don't try to compete with WWE. Just get your company where it should be, and that's what Eric is kind of saying here. And then, of course, he's dogging AEW like he always do. He's saying that they're lucky to get 4,000 people at Live Dynamite, even less for Collision Rampage. So it's not like it can't be done. Then he says you have to have the balls and money and the patience to do it. Other than that, it's a vanity project for Billy Corgan. and he's going to have a little fun in his hamster wheel until he's not having fun and it'll go away. Now, Billy Corgan, he's on NWA in an interview he did with Kurt Angle since 2017, and he's always trying to make NWA product better. And I believe that the product is good. Can it be better? Absolutely. But gotta leave up to Billy Corgan and the rest of the NWA management. And if you want to catch our NWA Power, it currently airs on YouTube as of now until a TV deal has been fully reached. And I watched the program, and it's coming on tonight, matter of fact, at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it says he splits his time between the NWA and Smashing Pumpkins because he's the lead singer for Smashing Pumpkins. But what do you guys think of the whole Billy Corgan needs to get a group investor and scale up NWA? Does Eric Bischoff have a point, or is he over exaggerating, or is he just maybe jealous of Billy Corgan? You guys let me know what you think about that, because he has some good points there. Eric Bischoff definitely got some good points of what he's saying. And now that's all I have for the locker room of wrestling news. We are done here at the lockers. No more news here at the lockers. Go back out. Let's get out of the locker room. Get back to what we all do. Work, rest, or whatever we do. Let's get back to that. I will have more news if anything else comes up. And you guys enjoy it and see what's going on. Soon, 2 videos will pop up. I will have what really led to the demise of China. Second video is the undisputed tag team titles need to be changed. Until then, it is OUT.